Okay, so we are going to talk about how we do announcements. First, we film on the mini iPad that says Announcement iPad on the back. After we film those clips, we are going to use the Apple cord to plug in the USB to the computer and then the other end into the iPad. The iPad's going to pop up with Allow this device to access photos and videos, so I'm going to click Allow. And then on the computer, I'm going to open the device to view the files. I'm going to dig down as deep as I can the actual photographs and videos. So once those all load onto my computer, I'm going to go all the way down to work with the clips that I want from today. So I will click the first one, it highlights it blue, and then I'm going to hold the control button to select all the videos that I would like to work with. Once I do that, I'm going to click and hold it down and then drag it over into the announcement video clips folder. You can see that it says copying. So what it's doing is it's copying the files. That means they live in both places right now. Once I do that, I'm going to X out my iPad because I'm done. Everything I need is on the computer now. So what I am going to do is I'm going to open up the Movavi video editor. And when I do that, this is where I am going to create the video with all the clips together. So I'm going to click, don't need that. I'm going to click Add Media Files, and I am going to go to the desktop and find the announcement video clips folder. Okay. I'm going to select the greeting. I'm going to dump it in there. Then I am going to select the lunch, and I'm going to dump it in there. And then I'm going to select the weather and dump it in there. Now I've got all my clips from today that I need, but I'm missing the old clips like the opening, the closing, the please stand for the pledge, that sort of thing. So I'm going to go back into Add Media Files, and I'm going to go over to Desktop and select Everyday Announcement Clips. Now here I'm going to need the Monday crew, or let's see, I worked with Thursday, so I'm going to need the Thursday opening. Theirs isn't too fancy, but I'm going to dump that in. And then I also need to add in their pledge, so Thursday crew pledge. I'm going to dump that in. And then I need to add in one of the pledge classes. It doesn't matter which one. Let's use Bomber today. So I'll add in the pledge. And then I need to add in their clothes. So Thursday crew clothes is right there. Now all those clips are in there. The problem is they're all at the end. So I'm going to select it. That means I turned it yellow because I'm working with this clip. I'm going to click and drag this clip all the way to the beginning. Then I need to put the pledge next after the date. So I'm going to take the pledge clip and drag it right after the date. Then I'm going to take the pledge and drag it right after the pledge introduction. And the close obviously goes at the end because it's a closing. Now, one problem that we have is a lot of times the kids aren't loud enough. You can see very loud there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that clip and adjust the volume. So I'm going to click this little volume. Let's pause that. This little volume thing here, and I'm going to take it to 400 so it's as loud as it can possibly be. After I do that, I'm going to click on the pledges don't need to be louder. This could probably stand to be louder. I'm going to do the same thing, adjust the volume. Click on Nyla's lunch, adjust the volume. Click on Kara's weather. She's pretty loud, but adjust the volume. Maybe not as high. And then click on the closing and adjust the volume. After I've done that, if I want to focus on volume, I can go back and kind of watch and make sure that the volume's pretty good. Kind of skip through so you can see it quicker. Okay, the volume sounds pretty good to me, so now I'm going to add in some transitions. So I'm going to go over to this puzzle piece on the left-hand side, and I'm going to add in the same transition between every clip. So I just click it and I drag it where I want it. Now the problem is the way the transitions come, they're usually pretty long. They take up a good chunk of the video. So what I'll do is I will right-click on the transition, click Transition Properties, Then I'm going to change this probably down to 1 second, maybe even 0.5, but I'll stick with 1 for now. And I want to set this duration for all transitions so they're all equal. So then I'm going to hit OK. And then I should watch the video. Okay, so let's imagine that I've watched the whole video, pretty confident in it. I'm going to click export. Now, once I click export, I am going to change this to high. I can see where it's saving it to. It says it's saving it to Videos Movavi Library, which is where YouTube pulls it from. I'm going to change the name to the date. So we'll say this is the 23rd of October. I'm making that up. But we'll call it 1023 announcements. And I will hit start. It'll take about a minute or two to save that file to the computer. At that point, it will be saved to the computer, and then I will proceed to upload it into YouTube. So, after the video has fully uploaded, it'll pop up and say that the file has been saved successfully. I'll hit OK, and at this point, it is saved. So I can go ahead and not save it. Can close out of this, and the next thing I'll do is I'll go to Chrome and I'll pull up YouTube, a tab for YouTube. So I'll go to youtube.com, and there I will click on this little upload arrow. So I'm going to click upload. Now the important thing is that I change this privacy to unlisted so random people can't see videos of our kids. At that point, I'll click select files to upload. It'll take me right to the folder where it is saved. It's going to be under, I think I called it 1023. I'm going to choose 1023 announcements, click open, and it will start to upload my file. How long this takes depends a lot on how many people are using the internet all at the same time. So sometimes it could take 1 minute up to 5 minutes. Occasionally it'll want to take 20, but usually I get around that. So it says processing 95%, click done to confirm. So once that finishes processing, I will click that done button and it will come up with a link, a URL. What I'll do is I'll double click back to highlight. I'll right click, hit copy, and then I will go into my email or whatever adult's email is on here. I'll create a new message to JCPS 500 all. I usually give it the subject line announcements, and then I will right click and paste, and that has pasted the link into the email, and I will just send that out to the whole faculty and staff at about 8 or 8:15 each morning. So that is how we do the announcement.